Greetings, and welcome to yet again another show from the hostess with the mostest, Marilyn Green. This one is Girl, What Don't You Know? Okay, so that's when I come on and talk about some of the things that I know. I've been around, hanging around for a long time, many years, almost 70 years in October, right? And I'm like, whoo, that's a long time. So I should know something, right? So I was having technical difficulties. That's why I'm a little late here. But nevertheless, I see two of my guests coming on. So I'm so excited about it, even though I could have handled this one. And today we're going to be talking about something that is, I'm an expert at. I'm just going to say I'm an expert, okay? I am an expert at it. And this is the topic for today. It is divorce. When your I do turns to I can't, I cannot. Okay. So that's going to be our topic. And like I said, you are a girl, what don't you know? And let me show you this. On my show is where life be lifing. Okay. Because this is all it's about is life been lifing. So without further ado, let me see. Let me see what this private chat says. Can you hear me? I'm going to see in just a minute, Nicole. Hold on one second. Comments. Yes. So I'm going to I see you, Mr. Cooper. I do see you. Thank you so much for your diligence and trying to get on today. I see you too, Nicole. And so I'm going to put my guests on the stage, and I'm going to add Mr. Cooper first. Mr. Cooper is, if you all recall from before, he's from Memphis. Okay. He's from Memphis, and I'm gonna get you about what I'm gonna get you about. You know that, right?
You are.
I am. I got to. Okay, then we have. Let me just put. I don't know what happened to my other guest. Now she's gone. But anyway, I got one of my guests out of four. And if anybody's out there listening and you're supposed to be a guest of mine, I did resend the link. And the latest email from me is the link. And like I said, Mr. Cooper, I appreciate you. Let me see here. All right, here we go. Here go Nicole. Nicole is with us today as well. And like I said, our topic for today, as you guys know, is going to be about divorce. Okay. It's the D word that nobody wants to talk about. But whenever you say the word divorce, you disrupt everything. Okay. Seems like the whole atmosphere shift, right? No matter what, when you say divorce. So I wanted to come on and talk to some people who've had a divorce, or I don't want to say want to get one, because that's not what I want to say. But let me just tell you, let me tell you a little bit about myself while I'm waiting here. Okay. This show, first of all, it's not designed to try to trigger you to be all sensitive, and if you get upset about some things and stuff, that's not my purpose for this. My purpose is to say there is life after divorce. Okay. It is life after, and it could be a really, really super great, a great life. Now, I do know something about this. All right. I've been divorced about 28 years, right? To my first husband, I was married to for 17 years. Okay. And then I was married again 12 years, 12 years, no, 12 years divorced, 9 years married. And I had to quit him at 9 years because, they said at 10, they might try to get some of your Social Security. I ain't giving up.
Oh, Lord.
I'm not giving up none of my Social. I don't even want you to have the thought of giving up, of you getting some of that Social Security, even though I know SSA says they don't really get your money, but they're entitled to some things if you're making more than them. That's a whole nother story on Social Security. But nevertheless, okay, we are here today, and I do have some questions. And anybody that's listening on Facebook, please make sure you put your comments in and all that. I'm ready for it. Okay. All right, then. Let's see here. Tanita Roddy is in the house. Hey, Tanita, how are you? So, okay, so let's start this off. Here's the question. What is one word that describes your journey, describes your divorce journey? What's the one word? What's the one word? Go for it, Nicole. What's your one word? Tell them a little bit about
Uh,
Nicole. I think you've been married twice, once, twice, whatever.
okay. I've been married twice. I was married my first marriage was my children's father. We were married for 5 years.
Okay.
And then I waited probably about 10 years and got remarried. And I was married for 5 years. So I've been divorced now for 11 years.
Okay. Okay.
So I think my second divorce was like, he like tricked me, but we'll go into that later.
Oh, oh,
But my,
oh,
but my, uh, but my one word is transformational.
oh. Okay,
It
let's put a pin in that. What you mean by that? Transformational. That's one word.
transformational. So what I say is, it hurt, but it also transformed me into the woman that I am today.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Gone Nicole with your bad self, as they say, right?
Yes,
So
right. So
I
it's like
missed
I
you.
put my Wonder Woman suit on.
Okay. I remember last time you was on, you said you was every woman anyway. Chuck Khan, tell me something new. Tell me something good. Okay, that's what she said, Coop, last time. She was Chuck Khan. But nevertheless, I'm listening to this 5 year, 5 years. So Nicole, if you get married again, what you got to be careful with that 5 year. What's up with you the 5 year thing?
Baby, I don't know. I guess if I make it out to 5 years, I know it's everlasting. I don't know that
Okay,
5 year mark. Just I guess the first 2 years is like, you in la la land. The third year, you getting to know each other. And I guess them last 2 years, baby, it's a make or break.
okay, all right then. Okay, I guess I stayed too long. That's
And
another
I
question.
and I oh
Yeah, but
that
anyway.
could have been.
Okay, let me ask Mr. Cooper. Mr. Cooper, what's the one word describes your divorce journey?
I probably would say healing.
I was just
Healing.
talking.
Okay, okay. So when did you decide to? Did you start a healing, or
Heard my name out the corner of my
what
ear.
happened?
Yeah. So I think I've been married twice, so I'm
Oh,
yeah,
tell
yeah,
tell us the times then. Okay,
yeah.
tell us the times.
So the first time it was for 2 years, and then the second time
Ooh.
was 5 years.
Okay,
Okay,
y'all with
Nicole.
these
See, he'll
Yeah,
make
fives.
it
don't
five
do that,
years in.
Nicole. Don't do that, Nicole. Don't do the
Okay, so
2 years.
now I know now that Nicole and Cooper cannot get together
Yeah,
because they would be messed up in 5 years. Both of y'all.
yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
yeah.
Y'all be done in five.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I get it. I get it. Okay. So your journey was healing. All right. So
Well,
here's go ahead, Nicole.
I'll keep it to myself.
Ooh, okay. You know I want to know. Okay. So here's the okay, listen. When was the moment when you knew that your marriage or marriages was over? What happened? Nicole,
Go
when did you
Tim.
know?
You
Don't say
Tim
it was
Tim made
five
it to
years.
two. Tim made it 2 years. He made it to two.
She's calling me Tim.
That's Cooper. That's Mr.
I'm
Aaron
sorry.
Cooper.
I'm sorry, Cooper.
Yeah,
Look,
I'll be
Cooper only
Tim. If I
made
need
it
to
to
be
two,
Tim, I'm
so
Tim.
something had to happen in
No,
them two.
wait, Nicole.
I
Cooper said
can't hear.
he'll be Cooper.
Hold on.
He said, I mean
I
Nicole.
can't hear.
Can you hear now?
Hold on. I can't hear. I can hear. What you say, Cooper?
Cooper said he'll be Tim if he need to be. See, that's wrong. See, this is not.
Well,
Oh,
see, that's probably what he's supposed to did in the marriage. You supposed to be whatever I need you to be.
mhm.
Oh wow. Okay, I can't even get to my questions for you, Nicole.
I know she's on me here.
All right. Okay. So so
Yeah,
Cooper, when did you know in 2 years? How you know in 2 years?
yeah. So everything is hindsight, right? So everything is hindsight. And I think I mentioned this last time we was on. It's the difference to being in love and loving a person. And
Mm,
I think in both situations, I love the person, not in love, and that's a big difference. So that was the foundation of it, that I had to find out what's the true definition of loving or being in love with
I don't know
someone.
what's wrong with my
And that was the issue that I struggle with. Like, I can love a lot of people, but being in love, I think, is a different situation.
Okay, so in 2 years now, you
Okay.
start saying love and loving, in
Right.
love and loving. You
Right.
came to that part, but
Right.
that was
So
the first marriage.
right, that's first marriage. So the first marriage, I mean, I ended both of them, but the first marriage, it was truly, and
Oh, he let that be known.
she's funny. She is
I'm
funny.
sorry,
Yes,
Cooper.
she
I'm
is.
sorry,
Yeah,
Cooper.
yeah,
Nicole
yeah,
ain't right. I feel to
yeah,
I'm sorry,
mute her.
Cooper.
She didn't
yeah.
want
She
Bob.
is funny.
She
Okay.
look. Okay, go
So
ahead.
in the first marriage, um, and I'm being very therapeutic. I'd allow my job to keep me away from my family.
Okay.
Rather than saying my job, I was working too much, I allow my job to keep away from my family. So it was a combination of didn't understand the definition of being in love, and I was choosing career over family, and that's something you can't do.
Oh, okay.
You're
All
not.
right. I got it. I got it. I got it. Yeah. Okay, I get it. I get it now. Okay, so let's see here. Let me see what Kim all the way in let me see where she is. She's here go Kim again in aloha. I'm late. Yeah, girl, that's okay. But this is what she says. Love is created and not found. What does that mean?
Oh,
I
oh,
wish Kim
yes.
was on
I
here because
like
that's
that.
kind of deep. That's
Oh,
kind of deep.
love it. Yes, yes, it is. I love that one.
Well,
I mean,
maybe she mean this, Nicole, that you have to really work on this thing. What you say? What
yeah,
you
you do.
say?
Well, you say when was the moment that I knew that my marriage was over? I
Uh
mean,
huh.
it wasn't one dramatic moment. It kind of was like it was realizing that I had my peace when I was alone than more than when I was in the relationship.
Oh,
It just wasn't one dramatic moment when I realized that it wasn't over. It takes accumulation of things. I mean, I would suggested counseling, communicating more. I mean, I went out of myself, out of my boundaries because I was digging deep inside of me saying, well, if it's me, let me ask him what it is that I can change. Because, I mean, obviously we did love each other. I mean, because
right,
you don't
right.
get to that point. So, sometimes if the love gets lost, you have to rekindle it. You got to create the love. But if the other person not trying to create that love, then guess what? I got to move on. It takes
That's right.
two.
That's right. So it takes two. You're exactly right on that. What's your thoughts on that, Cooper?
I guess this is my question, and I'm being very naive. If you if you're in love, can you fall out of love?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah, but then
So
that's what
so
marriage is. You're
so
supposed to
love
find that
is
love
under
again.
so love have conditions. And being in
Yes,
love has conditions, which is
yes,
spooky. Like so everything like so here's something that God created. Let's go spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
And then God created, and then you're entering something God created,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden, if something is not present, then you can fall out of love. But I still think you can love the person. That's what you guys saying,
yeah,
and that's
yes,
what I struggle with that
yeah. You
Why
should,
you
but
struggle? Why you struggle?
because my thing is, I guess my definition of love is everybody have their boundaries, and we can go spiritual things that God will be okay with if you get out of the marriage. But if you're in love with someone, I don't know if it's just one thing that you're in love with them about. It's the totality of things that you're in love with about. Like he might be this and he might be this, and it might be 10 things. And things change, world change, we change. But I'm thinking if the foundation is there. I just struggle with how do you fall out in love? I'm sure things could be rocky, and your thing might be adultery or something like that that can just stop everything. But I just struggle with being in love with someone,
and fall. Yeah, I
and
don't think
then all
we
of a
fall
sudden,
out of love
yeah, how do
like
you
that.
fall in love? Yeah,
Yeah, I think
because
because
then
I
I
think y'all
question
always
what,
love them.
and then I question like, what's the reason why you're in love with them? Is it just one thing, or is it accumulation of things?
Oh,
And then
it
if it's
can't be just
accumulation
one.
things, does one thing supersede the other? So there's 10 things you like about him. Let's say it's two things that he's lacking. Does that warrant falling out in love with him? And that's why I'm
Oh,
confused.
Cooper, you going?
He is deep, isn't he?
Oh, yes, baby.
I
Yes,
might
he
be still
is.
I might be still married if I had to talk to you, Cooper.
Right. I mean, because
Before.
my thing is, of course, I do marriage counseling, and I'm a divorcee.
Oh,
I do. I'm divorcee times four, which makes it really different. So my point is, why are you in love with that person? Because the same things that you're saying, these are the 10 things that you're in love with him about. Then when you come back to marriage counseling, let's talk about those 10 things. And my question is any of these 10 things more important than the other 9 things? And I like to know because that's something to think about. So if it's a financial situation, if it's a sexual situation, if it's this, if it's that. And my thing is, what are you looking for from your partner? And if there's what
Okay,
is you
Cooper, we on this the wrong show, baby. This the
no,
okay,
wrong
it's
show.
not.
well,
No, no, it's not, Nicole. Nicole, this ain't
Well,
Nicole.
no, because
Nicole,
I want
Nicole.
Cooper. I like what Cooper is saying
I
about
like
the
it too.
falling out of love thing. So did you counsel yourself?
well, let me say this here. I did some soul searching.
Okay, I love that part.
Yeah, I've been divorced 12 years, so I did some soul search. I went to counseling. I went to seminary to get a spiritual outlook of these failed
You did
marriages
it
that I was
all.
dealing with. I came from a two-parent household, so I grew up in a two-parent household.
I
So I
did
did
Right,
some
too.
soul searching. I had to admit to things that I was falling short. I said I allowed my job to interfere uh,
right,
with
right.
me. I didn't say my job did it. I allowed that because I was going to work.
Okay.
And but I've learned that part of marriage, and a lot of people want to talk about this, it's a business.
It is. It is.
It's a
Now
business.
let me jump to this
Mhm.
question here. Let me jump. What's the hardest part about your divorce? What's the hardest part? Was it the hardest part was seeing your part in what you played in it, or what?
Yeah, I'm the one. Of course, I proposed, so I had to go and
Mhm.
do that. So I proposed, and I had a kid in one of them, and he at the time he was young, but I
Mm-hmm.
had to go. I mean, I hate to say it this way. This is a bad example. If there was cheating involved, seemed like it'd been easy. I'm just a cheater. None of that was in play, right? So it
Okay.
wasn't like I didn't come. I didn't have to come and say, "Hey, I got someone pregnant or I've been cheating." None of that was in play. I had to go to her and say, "I'm not in love," which is very hurtful and very sad.
So that was the that you would say that was the hardest.
Had to come and tell her that I'm not happy. You deserve better.
Oh wow. Oh wow. What about you, Nicole? What was the hardest part?
Yeah,
I
Nicole.
think the hard I think the hardest part was letting go of the future that I thought that we was gonna have. I
Oh,
grieve that. I grieve of all the things that I had imagined that we were gonna do, and now all of that is gone down the drain. So I had to let all of that. So instead of, when you go into marriage, you got all these great ideas. What we gonna be doing? What we gonna do this? We gonna do that? And now it's like all that's just been taken away. I think that was, and then I came from a two-parent household, and my grandparents at the time, they had been married 60, 70 years. So my grandmama
hmm,
looking at me like,
what
girl,
you doing?
what you ain't doing?
Right.
You know? I mean,
What
she
you
take
ain't
me to
doing?
the side like, yeah.
Right. Right.
And it's always been, it's had to, back in the day, it was always the woman that, you know, woman ain't doing something. I was like, Grandma,
Exactly.
things have changed. They definitely have changed because the women back there, I'll say they more stronger than I was because they put up with a whole lot of stuff. But the men back then took care of the household too. So, women didn't necessarily have to work. The man was taking care of everything.
Exactly.
So now we
So
got a
let
little
me ask you
voice.
this. Let me say this statement. I don't know if you ever seen that movie War of the Roses. Have you guys ever seen that movie War of the Roses?
I
Okay.
have.
War of the Roses let me know that nobody wins in a divorce. Nobody.
Oh,
Okay.
oh wow.
Nobody, there's no winners. Okay. There are just people that lose less, if that makes sense. Okay. They don't hurt as much, or they just go on and go through it, because I know for a fact that certain songs, certain smells, certain this will trigger you to think about that person, right or wrong.
Ooh,
No.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're always you're not out of that divorce. You're not away from them, regardless if you have children by them or not. You're not, because certain songs, I still got problems after 28 years. Like you said, Chaka Khan, I got problems with that song. I mean, her, because it reminds me of my ex-husband, good or bad, indifferent or whatever. But the triggers, the smells, I remember when we went there and all that. I always say this, and I mean this: divorce is worse than a physical death. Okay, divorce means that somebody's dead, right? They're no
And you
longer.
still living with that.
And guess what? You might see them in the grocery store, then all of a sudden they gonna rip the bandage off again. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So that makes it really hard, And don't get me wrong. Go ahead, Cooper. Go ahead, Cooper.
And this is a sexist statement I'm about to make here.
Make it.
Women, y'all very emotional. Guy, I mean, I'm not saying guys don't have feelings like that, but I can't speak for all guys, but women, you guys are very emotional, right? I mean, that's
us.
Y'all are. I mean, that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, right? You guys have these
emotional now. I'm getting emotional with you.
Right. You guys are very emotional, and sometimes I don't know if guys can get that deep, or even if we will admit to that. See, y'all admit to that. Guys, we won't admit to it. And I'm not saying it's good, bad that you got admit to that, but very few guys will tell me I still think about my ex-wife. Because we want to be Superman. We don't want to be Clark Kent. But you know what? Clark Kent was a pretty cool guy too.
Yeah. But listen, this is what Niecy Tally. Hey, I like that that you have to do some soul searching, but you also have to be willing to be truthful with yourself. You're right about that, because you can reflect all day, but if you looking in the mirror and you seeing somebody else, it's all about being truth about what part did you play in the divorce. And please know this for the record. I'm not an advocate of divorce, but I'm an advocate of joy. I'm an advocate of happiness. I'm an advocate of peace. Okay. I'm not trying to push divorce or anything like that, but you got to do what you got to do. But I believe that you should not be unhappy. You know what I'm saying? Just don't be unhappy. Okay. Here's another one. What do people misunderstand about most about divorce? Cooper, I'm giving it to you, Mr. Marriage Counsel. What do they misunderstand?
That there's somebody that's a villain in the marriage. I mean, it's possible that just two cool people just weren't able to get along. Like it's always he did this and she did that or something like that. How about just two people just couldn't get along and they're both wonderful people? So it's always, what did she do? What did he do? How about that the things that you thought you had in common, you just didn't have them in common, right? So one of the misconceptions of marriage that somebody did something bad. It's possible that, I mean, I've actually seen marriages where both of them are still best of friends. The marriage stuff didn't work, right? You see a lot of that when there's a kid involved, and you have to be co-parent, and then that co-parent turns to some pretty good friends. I don't know if I can do this, but I've seen where someone's divorced, one of the person about to get married, and the person introduced him to the ex-husband like he's part of the family type stuff. Now, I don't know how far along that I would go along with something like that. So it's not always I see it, Marilyn. It's not always yeah, this is my ex-husband, but he still comes over. I've seen that. I promise you. I've seen
it too.
Really weird, but that's a bit much for me. But yeah. So I'm with you, but the misconception is it's some bitterness or some hatred between the two things, and that's sometimes it is, and sometimes it's just two people just grew apart. Like that 28, I don't think you don't wish him any ill will. The guy that you was married for 28, just after 28 years, you probably grew apart. You wish him the best. Right?
I did not at first.
Okay, so you did. You wish him some bad. You just.
I wish bad evil on him.
Okay, well maybe he did some bad stuff too. I get it.
And if he listened, I did. Okay.
Well, maybe he did some bad stuff. Maybe this is something real.
Let's just keep it real. I'm a keep it real person. No, I wasn't happy. I was not happy. I was not hoping that he would do good. I was not none of that. It's the journey that I took, Cooper.
Okay, let me ask you this question. I don't want to start the marriage now. I just one question.
I'm going to flip out.
by
Okay,
wishing the ill will, did that make you feel better? Did
it
that make the
did.
situation
Mm-mm.
better?
It made me feel good at
So
the
are you trying
time.
to feel good or you want to feel better?
I want to feel good and better. Don't try me.
Good, good is good is here now.
No,
Better is forever. You want to feel better. You want to feel
no,
better.
no, Cooper. I was not trying to be friendly. I was not trying to be nice. I mean, for the sake of whatever, I would say bad words against him all the time.
Why
I don't
did
know.
you give
I
him
was
that,
hot. I
Marilyn?
was
Why
hot.
did you? Oh, apparently you are, because we still talk about. But why
I
did
was
you give him that?
cold.
Why did you give him that much? Don't give people that.
But hey, hey, don't try to counsel me, Cooper. At
I
this
am.
point,
I'm gonna send you a
after
bill,
20,
man.
after year, 20
I'm gonna
years,
send you a bill.
don't send me no bill.
I'm gonna send
I,
you a bill.
I am so much better, but I can see where I was at the time. No, I'm good now. I really am good, and he is doing well,
Mm.
and I'm hoping the best, and I do. But
Did you
at
have
the
kids,
time
Bob?
when you're going through divorce, let's just keep it real. I'm
Did you
not
have?
trying to be your
Did you,
bestie
did
friend.
you have kids, Bob?
Yes, I have two sons.
Can I be mean now? Let me be mean. Let me be mean.
Let's be mean.
Okay.
Uh-uh.
You don't want to wish your son's dad back, because if he does well, he'll be a good influence on your sons.
Wrong.
So
No.
Okay, we got to talk offline, but no, wrong. Wrong, Cooper, wrong. I'm
you
sorry.
know,
I'm going to go to the next question. I said I didn't want nobody else to get triggered. I'm about to get triggered up in
yeah, I
here.
know,
Okay.
man. She
I'm
is
like, I ain't
getting
playing. Okay. So here's the question to myself. When did I realize I was beginning to heal? I think
Oh,
that's a
that's a
perfect
good
question.
question.
That's a good question. I started to heal when I started to forgive. Now I didn't forgive him, but that still don't make me not
Mm-hmm.
tell the truth about I wasn't trying to be nice at the time, right?
Uh-oh.
So once I start to say
Right.
I can't change him, he did what he did, I did what I did, it just didn't work out. Once I got there, it's better now. Can I have a conversation with him? Yes, I can now, but at times I was like, man, I no, don't even think about it, okay? But I've grown older and wiser. So my
question.
question to you all,
Question, Marilyn. Before we get off of you, question.
oh,
This one
Now he
question.
gonna ask a question.
This one question. So the pain goes away when the lesson is learned.
okay,
All that,
Oh.
whatever lesson that you had to learn about yourself, about him, about trusting, about marriages, once you learn that lesson, the pain goes away. Because what you're going to say is, I'm not going to get myself in a situation like that. Now I might be in another situation, but it won't be like that. And that's when the healing begins, because
Mm-mm.
you learn, like, if let's just say you was a stay-at-home wife and you trusted him and you
We
went through
asked her a
divorce and he
question
took
now.
it.
We have to be.
So when that lesson is learned,
I believe that.
the pain goes away.
I believe that, and I'm going to keep that one right there. That's a gem for me, and I will send me an invoice on that one
I'm
because you're
going
right.
to. I'm
Because
going to.
But Nicole, what you got to say about this? Dr. Cooper just is wrecking me up tonight. Okay, go ahead on,
I
Nicole.
know. I guess when I stop asking, why did this happen? What did I do wrong? Once I moved from that and I just started thinking about how can I make myself better? What's next for me? Then that's when I start thinking about my future and how to go forth. That's when I know that I started healing.
Okay, so do you think that divorce changed your confidence or your self worth? What did it do initially? What did it do, Nicole?
Well, no, it didn't change my self worth or my confidence. It was a learning step in my journey. So
Hmm.
I know that love is out there for me because I know that I'm capable of loving. It's just finding the right person at the right time. They're right there on the same journey that I'm on. So we got to find each other at the right spot. You never know where you might be at the grocery store. You never know, but I know
Come
it
on,
didn't
Nicole.
change my confidence. It told me I'm going to choose me all the time, make sure that I'm happy. Because if I'm happy, then I know that I can be happy. If I'm happy, I can be happy in anything that I do. But
Okay,
it didn't change me. It just taught me that my values. It taught me how my peace, my health. It taught me happiness. So it wasn't like a doomsday for me. I wasn't
Right.
gonna let it. I just feel like, I'm the best thing walking.
Okay. Ow. Ow. That's a whole nother show, ain't it, Nicole? Nicole, it's another show. Nicole, the best thing walking.
Cooper, do you
Okay.
agree? Cooper, what you got to say about that?
Yeah, I mean I agree with a lot of that. A lot of people think because we are all mature, life doesn't get easier; we just get stronger, right? Like
Right.
so, life doesn't get easier. Faith tells us that faith doesn't make it easier; makes it possible. Life
Mhm.
doesn't get easier; we just get stronger. Even as parents, or those of our grandparents, you see things over and over, and you sit your grandkids down, and your kids say, "Hey, it's pretty rough right now," or maybe he's going through a divorce, or she's going through a divorce, and you can talk with them and say, "Don't be mad at them for 28 years, because it doesn't."
Oh, that's wrong, man.
It
That's
doesn't make it
wrong.
work. So don't be 28, maybe
He getting
18.
on
Don't
you.
give them 28 of hanging up on them, maybe 18.
You know you wrong, Cooper. You wrong. You know I love me some you, but you wrong on that
I
one.
love myself. It's so great.
You so wrong. You so wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, you wrong. Anyway.
But anyway, so back to the show. So it life becomes you become stronger, and that's the key. That's growth. You become stronger, and
Mhm.
there's certain things that we see and we have seen, and we just try not to make that same mistake again, whatever that is. So life is not gonna get easier. Just we just get stronger, and being strong is pretty cool. Being fully present is a wonderful feeling. Fully present.
But listen, Cooper, listen, Nicole. After 28 years, I use my 28 like that $1,000. I ain't got there yet on you, Cooper. But that 28, uh, 20, I won't say no. 28 years, that could really mess you up when you start talking about dating. What are you guys doing with that dating thing? Are you leery? Are you saying I'm going in looking for stuff, or what's going on? Nicole, you tell me about that, girl. You tell me what you doing.
Well, I mean, being divorced and being divorced kind of in dating, if you dating somebody that's been divorced, then they kind of know what it takes in a relationship. Well, they should know because
Mm-hmm.
your first marriage, but then they look at me and they say, "Oh, you was married twice." I said, "Yes, they were two different marriages,
Mm-hmm.
so two different situations, but I still stand on my values that I had in both of the marriages." And um I'm open to dating. I mean, like I said, I want to be loved. I like love. So dating is something now I have boundaries. I have things that I'm looking for. I have triggers, so I'm more open because I'm older now and I'm wiser. So I know myself, and I know what I bring to the table, what I'm willing to accept, what I'm willing not to accept as we get older, and things like that. But I love dating. I just love the possibilities, the inconsistencies. I can laugh. Sometimes I go on a date and I just tickle myself pink. I was like, oh my God. I won't
Right.
call them. It's fun to me now.
Okay. Okay. What about you, Cooper? Cooper, you didn't gave it up. I thought you had given this thing up. What's up?
Yeah. So I guess the biggest thing I run into, because I've been divorced since 12 years, and that's the biggest thing. Like, why have you got married again? So I always I'm choosing career now over relationships. But
Mm-hmm.
I guess
Work.
my thing is I'm a little right. I'm a little selfish with my time and my feelings. I'm even selfish who I spend time with, even fraternity brothers and things I do, because you can't get time back. So with me, I'm very intentional. I'm not saying the first date she has to have every qualities of a lady, but why can't we just be just friends
Friends.
first?
Ooh, yes.
No crazy trips, no $1,000 meals, none of that, no sex,
I'm
just
gonna
none
tell
of
them
that.
about the
That's
$1,000.
because those are two things that breaks the relationship up: money and sex. The lack of money is sometimes too much, and someone is cheating, or sometimes the lack of sex. So my point is, let's kill those two things and see if
Mm-hmm.
we truly could be friends. That this is mature 58, soon to be 59, Coop talking. 30 years ago, we doing the sex stuff and all that kind of stuff. I look at her. I see the $1,000. Yeah, right. Small, boy. That was my twin. That wasn't me. And I don't
Wait,
even
I'm gonna tell Nicole and everybody else listening again once you finish. Go ahead, Cooper. I'm gonna tell them what this means.
Let's keep the things that gets us in trouble, because I think those things are easier to fix and to make adjustments on. I don't like to use the word compromise, but money and sex, I think those two things are easy to make adjustments. Can we get along? Can this be a cool business partner?
Do I like it?
Yeah. If it's a blended family, what is that going to look like? You know, what the kids' role in this and that. So I think with me, I'm very selfish with my time and who I ask out on a date. And I'm very intentional about it. You know, I'm very intentional. I mean, I want to be married again. I'm just kind of, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little nervous. I am a little nervous.
Okay. I'm gonna put up here what Nisi said. Time is so precious. I understand. You right, Nisi. But I'm going to go right back to this $1,000, and I'm fit to explain it to everybody. No, I'm not gonna let you go after you dog me out about 28 years. Yeah. Okay. Here's $1,000. Everybody is listening. Okay. Aaron is a repeat offender on my show, okay? And when he was on before, we were talking about relationships. He gave us a scenario that he took out, I guess, a person, a family, seemed to me, and spent $1,000 on her. Yeah, Nicole. Yeah, Nicole. So Danny, I don't know. I think Danny was on that show. Yeah, he was. And so once he said 1,000, then everybody's ears perked up like, what?
He paid a bill or something?
No, it was food.
You would think so, right? It was food. You would think. Probably easier to pay the bill, yeah.
It was food. Nisi said, okay, Cooper, okay.
Nisi,
well, who was the look?
Nisi, I didn't. Yeah, okay.
Who was the platter?
Who was the what?
It was $1,000. It was $1,000 dinner. So once he said that, Nicole,
what was on the plate?
They trying to say, let me jump in. They trying to say it was wine.
Wine was a big part of it. So we had a nice, very expensive bottle of wine. She was a bartender, so I knew she liked to drink. So I knew this, like, let's do a nice bottle of wine. Then we did the steak, and then she had some kids, and she took some takeout for her kids at the house. So she ordered these big ribeye tomahawk steaks for two of her kids at the house, which I thought was weird.
But you were sitting there while she ordered it?
That's so crazy.
You know what? But let me say this. Sometimes it's worth paying it so you ain't got to deal with the person again. It was really worth this. Getting out there. I hear you.
On a date, Cooper.
Yeah, I hear you.
Take me on a date.
Wait, hold on. That's what everybody kept saying. We'll come down there. He in Memphis, girl. We'll come down to Memphis.
And then he'll want to have nothing to do with me afterwards, too.
I know, right?
That's perfect. That's perfect. Hey, Nicole, but look, we want to go down there. Me and Leslie said we going down there, but he told me there was part wine. I'm like, I don't want wine. I want real food. Okay.
Hey, one weekend y'all come and I'll show you the town here. Yeah.
Okay. Don't play with us. Don't play
to Memphis because girl. Look, I got
you talking to the wrong person. Hey, you talking to the wrong person, Nicole.
Come on down. You got an open invitation. Come on down.
Okay, Nicole, we're gonna talk offline about when we going down there for real. Because I got a date. I got a date. I got a date that we coming for real. Okay. But anyway, Cooper, you ain't right. Okay, let me say. Okay, so do you think that you can truly love again? Okay.
I know.
Okay, wait, let me see what Deb says. She says she was married for 42 years and they got a divorce. She tried dating and dated for years, and now I'm afraid to date again. Okay, she afraid to date again.
Bless your heart.
Oh, wow. And she means that too, because I've talked to her. Danny said y'all funny. But let's sit on this for a minute. After 42 years, basically, that's your life. You basically, okay, you tried dating, you dated for years, and now you're afraid to date again.
So after 42 years, they got divorced. It was mutual.
I ain't gonna say all that, but without selling people's business, but they got divorced at 42 years. okay, and tried dating, but so I'm afraid to date again. So I'm thinking that if you're afraid, that's a good
What
sick
kind of
good way
dating though?
to,
What
huh?
kind of date? What kind of dating that make you afraid to date again?
Because you get sick and tired of losers. Let me
Then
just put it out there.
you not picking the right one. We need
Okay.
to go to Memphis where Cooper
Yeah,
yeah,
we
we
going
gotta go
down
to
to
Memphis because you
Memphis.
done had a couple from Memphis and they seem like they like the ones to date.
Okay,
Yeah.
look, come on, Niecy, help us out. 5 hour drive, y'all. I guess I'm gonna have to get a big bus and take everybody down there
Come
for
Oh
on.
2 weeks.
yeah,
Come on.
yeah.
Bring them on. Bring them on.
Bring it.
Ooh,
Cooper,
see
you ain't right.
and
You ain't all
Come
right.
on. Come on.
Cooper
Bring
do
them on.
$1,000 dates. I like that.
$1,000. That $1,000 messed everybody up on the show.
Well,
Yes.
hey, it
Okay.
happened. It happened. It happened. It
Okay,
happened
I'm
several
gonna put
times.
Leslie up, said you paid for that. Okay,
Yeah.
all that you paid for.
Yeah.
The kids, all them Pookie and them, everybody was there, okay?
That's why I'm cautious who if I even speak to. I don't look at nobody booty or anything, man, because you look.
Well,
I'm doing this.
sometimes you
Hey,
can't
Maryland,
help it, Cooper. Ain't nothing
I can't even
wrong
booty
with
watch
it.
these days. I'm just looking straight ahead.
Well, I'm looking. I'm looking from head to toe.
'Cause if I
Feet,
look too long,
hands, everything.
I'm buying drinks, so I don't even look
I'm
at.
looking at your feet, your hands. Cooper, look like you got some big hands. What size shoe you wear?
Okay, look, you talk to him afterwards, okay? Don't try to change the talk. See, she ain't right. Okay, you know I'm about to say something, Nicole, but I ain't gonna say it. Okay.
You know
So
the next
taking out
question,
all
right?
the pockets, so they getting all your money. But nevertheless, when we think about dating and divorce, you got to get out there sometime. You know what I'm saying? People tell me, Marilyn, they not gonna come and knock on your door. Okay, I'm like, really? And it's not like the 1950s and the milkman comes to my house and say, I'm
Right.
madly in love with you, and then there's some music, and then we married by the end of the show. That's what I want. Okay.
Right.
Okay. That's what I want. Okay. Yeah, you're right to laugh on that, Deb. I want it so easy that I ain't got to think about it no more. But divorce will
Yeah.
make you feel bad and scared. You're scared to put your baby toe back out there in that water. But I see now Nicole and
I
thousand
ain't
dollar
felt that yet.
Cooper, $1,000 Cooper ain't scared.
But let me
Okay.
say this. Let me say this here. Let me say this here. This for anybody that the young lady says she's scared. If you be the best version of yourself, right? If you're the best version of yourself, and let's say you run into a knucklehead, it doesn't hurt that bad, right? Like
Right.
if I got a rain jacket, I got an umbrella, and if it's raining outside, I just so just be the best version of yourself. So that's the best thing you could do. When you're going through any type of turmoil, grieving, anything, be the best version of yourself, and it doesn't hurt so much. Now
I
you get
love that.
frustrated, right? We all get
Yeah,
frustrated.
you get
Like
frustrated.
really, I didn't get mad because it took $1,000 to realize what she was about. I'm glad I paid that 1,000 versus 2 years into it, I'm 50,000 to it, and we married, and she don't like me, right? So that was money well spent. So my point I'm trying to make is be the best version of yourself, and it just doesn't hurt. I think that was weird for her to do that, but lesson learned, right? Lesson learned.
Right. I mean, you're right about that, but I understand about the wait a minute, hold on. You started you I mean, I guess it all goes back to the healing part as well. Are you healed? Are you healed enough to go out and date?
Yeah, but
Okay.
man, but sometimes you might see a flag that we think is red. It could just be, just let it play out. And women have a
That's
tendency
what I
to
say.
give us
Let
the
it play out.
keys on the first day. Don't tell him this is what you like, or tell her
Mm-hmm.
just let it play out. Take the psychology out of it and look at the sociology, and that's the behavior.
Okay, well then I guess I gotta send you some more money. Send that
Yeah,
invoice too,
I'm
because
doing
I'm like, what you remember me, Cooper, in my Google form? I'm telling you right now.
it.
And if they don't get that check, oh, I'm gonna have to go to the
Yeah,
bathroom and then go to my car and leave. I'm done.
right,
I'm
right,
done.
That, that's
right.
what I did one time.
Okay, wait a minute, hold on. What did Danny say? The best. Oh, Nicole, you funny. I did that one time. The best version of themselves. That's what's keeping people single. Oh, what do you mean by that,
Yeah,
Danny? Danny
yeah.
say you so
I'm really confused on that. Being the best for yourself keep you single.
meaning that you're being. all that you and Danny's supposed to be on the show today, but I was having that technical stuff. He could have explained it even more. But basically, I think he's saying that once you are the best version of yourself, sometimes people can't handle that part, I guess. And that will keep you.
Maybe the people that you're running to can't handle that, but everybody I know want to have the career they want the car they want the house, they want the relationship with God, they want the kids to be good, and you have all that in play. I think that's one of the things. Now, if you got someone that might be intimidating for it, maybe that's the wrong person, which is great, but who don't want the best version of somebody? I will. I want the best version of Marilyn. I want the best version of Nicole. I mean, that would be great. I mean,
you would never get the best version of me.
I don't want the
Cooper. You would not. I would be fake and phony with you. I'm just gonna say.
And I can see right through that. Yeah.
I'm gonna be fake. I'm just trying to get my $1,000 food. That's all. So I'm gonna be fake and phony with you.
I have learned. I have this little skill now, discernment now, so I can discern that now. It's called cardionosis. That's the word I'm gonna give you guys. Cardionosis is knowing the person's
not
heart.
Gonna Google that, okay?
Yeah, knowing the person's heart. Cardionosis.
Okay, I can go for knowing their heart.
Knowing their heart. Yeah.
Okay, I got it. But we still coming down to Memphis. Every time you come on, we coming down there. Okay.
Yeah, I got an open invitation.
Okay. All right. I'm not playing.
And I got the same restaurant, that really expensive restaurant. It's all good.
The same restaurant? Okay, now y'all heard it on here, right? Y'all heard it. Okay, so when he be telling us a story, here I go again. Like you can tell I don't need to date at all because I'm saying he lying. He ain't telling the truth. I can't even get past the show and say, oh, okay. No, you lying. You are not going to do us right.
Yeah, let it play out. Let it play out.
I hate that let it play out. What does that mean, Cooper? Just let it play out.
Let his behavior tell off on itself. Like, I mean, just let it play out. Just don't do it.
Nobody have time for all that.
Yeah, sure you do.
Why? I mean, I think that people are grown, and I think that people ought to know what they want, what they do not want to deal with and tolerate on the first date.
You think so?
I do. I really do. I really do, Cooper. I think that they should just know they need to know.
Well, there's so many things that I thought that I knew and I didn't know about myself, or I thought that I didn't like this, and actually it's pretty cool. Like, so I hear you. I mean, I have these things like, yeah, I don't want this or that, but I just kind of I'm open to anything, and I can say yay or nay. So I don't want to say I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because I just got to be open to stuff.
Okay, so you're saying that let's get back to divorce. Once you got divorced, you went through a journey of healing.
Right, I did.
Okay. And you feel as though you're healed enough that you went out and spent $1,000 on a dent. I had to put that in there on a date. But you don't find it, you're not regretful about it. You just say, I learned a lesson.
Lesson learned.
Okay. All right. I get it.
And you do learn that. You learn.
Bartenders drink a lot. Bartenders drink a lot.
But I don't think I would have learned $1,000.
Okay, Nicole says she wouldn't spend $1,000 just to learn a lesson. Okay, what you trying to say about him, Nicole? I'll make it up for you. Okay, you ain't got to pay that much. We'll take $500.
Oh my God, y'all from St. Louis or East St. Louis?
I'm in St. Louis. East St. Louis.
East Boogie. How did I know that?
East Boogie. Okay, we won't. Okay,
it's all good.
Okay, wait, hold on. We got to put this up here. Leslie said, but they don't know what they want. Is that what you're saying? They don't know what they want, right? When you go out there, people dating people and all that, even after divorce, they still don't know what you can tell them I've been divorced 2 times. They still don't know what they want. Divorced person don't know what they want. The person you sitting with don't know what they want.
Right. So you have to go through. That's right. So biggest thing, I want to know your purpose in life. Like, what's your purpose in life? Like, why did you accept this dinner date? Like, where are you at with it? So, and then
I know why. For me, I want that $1,000. I know why.
We already know. We are dinner. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
See, but I understand they don't. But hey, let me just say this: that all jokes aside, divorce is no joke. Okay. is very, very difficult
It
to go
is.
through a divorce. Okay. I've been through two. My sons have been through one each. It's, I guess, the generational curse or whatever. So I really went through four divorces because once they had to go through divorce, I was already ready to tell them, look, this is what you do, man. You do this. Okay. Right. I was ready for it. That's why I say I'm a divorce professional. Okay. Because
Well,
I had to help them through that. Okay, to say, look, son, don't be trying to act like that person is your friend because they not. This is an all-out war. Okay, I can see in some instances it's not a war, but I just believe that it is, and you have to put on those type of thinking cap and those glasses to say this is a war. Okay, that person is not the same person that you married and say I'm gonna be with you forever. Blah blah blah. They have changed, or you have changed, and you got to accept that. And sometimes people don't, and those people get be the biggest casualties when it comes to the war of divorce. And again, I don't advocate divorce, but I advocate happiness and joy. And so with this podcast, what I wanted to say was that you can become real new. Okay, it's good to be real new again, and to say what did I do wrong, what I didn't do wrong, what I did good or whatever, and change yourself. Is that right, Nicole and Cooper?
yeah.
You can be the best version of yourself. That's all I'm saying. So those out there who are thinking about divorce, I mean, think hard. Okay, think really, really hard. Because sometimes it's just not what you think it is. I'm gonna be rid of him. I'm gonna be rid of her. It's not that. Like Cooper said, some people still say I'm thinking about my wife, my ex-wife or whatever. That stuff is inside of you.
It
Okay.
is. It is.
Okay. So let me see what the Kim says. This is what I'm going to say. Y'all love yourself so you can love somebody else. That's right. I agree with you, Kim. That's a good word. Start to love on yourself, and then you can love someone else. You just ain't trying to be with them, get that $1,000.
See, look at it. Yeah. Yeah.
I had to go there with you because
Yeah, you go. I know it. I know it.
you are so messy to me with that one. It's funny.
Yeah.
But nevertheless and stuff, hey, I've had a good time with you, Cooper, always. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
I am coming down to Memphis.
Please do.
And I'm coming down to Memphis. Okay, here
Please
comes
do.
Nicole again. We coming down there. Now
Yeah.
it's only a matter of time that we are gonna come down here. We're gonna come down there. So look, we've been talking about 52 minutes about divorce, and exactly just wanted to, I guess I wanted to lift the spirit of somebody who's going through a divorce. If you're going through the divorce, these two people right here is an example of on the other side. Okay, divorce has a other side to it. If you're going through, just keep going through and get on the other side of it. If you're thinking about divorce and stuff, think about it hard and long. Okay, before you just think you just jump out there, because you done saw somebody else that's doing this, that, and the other. No, no. Try to make sure that you work hard not to divorce. But if you can't do no better and you ain't getting no joy, you ain't getting no happiness, I say press the button. Press the button. Okay. Right? So listen, we are going to end this, Cooper. Now I ain't gonna let you go first. Nicole, tell me what's your parting words. What's your
Yes,
parting word?
Marilyn.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Hold on. I don't know why I can't hear you. Hold on.
Okay.
It's going in and
Me?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay, well I'll jump to Cooper. Cooper,
Can you hear
give
me,
me.
Marilyn?
I can hear you. You just froze and all that.
Hold on.
I don't know where you at with some janky signals
Okay,
in
yeah,
it.
it's I don't know. I might be in a bad area.
You are.
I
Okay,
just wanted Marilyn, if you can hear me. Can you hear me now?
I can. Yes.
I'm going in.
Okay. Well, I just want to say that divorce is not a bad thing.
You're freezing up, Nicole. I'm gonna let Cooper take over for you. Nicole says divorce is not a bad thing. Cooper, finish it for me.
Divorce is not the end all. Walk in your purpose, strengthen your base, which is your spiritual connection with the higher power. Get financially mature. get your emotions intact, mentally get strong, and physically get healthy. Plan your life, be very intentional, be unbothered about things, learn how to turn things out, make it be the best version of yourself, and you would find him or I would find her. And if that person is the best version, that's two people clicking on all cylinders, and I think the chances go up when you're the best version of yourself.
That's great. Nicole, thank you so much for this, Cooper. And Nicole, what you saying now? Since you're traveling through the 50 states, okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I just
Okay.
want to say that divorce does not make you a failure. It's not. It doesn't define the person that you are.
To me, I think it just was a transitional period on my journey of life. And I know that I'm a lovable person. I
Mhm.
love, and love is out there. I mean, I love myself. So I know that I can be the best version of me when I'm out. I love dating. I love meeting new people. Not to necessarily say, we're going to be in a relationship, but I just love meeting friends, and hopefully we're gonna connect together. So
That
I'm
sounds
all
good.
open. I want marriage. I want to be rocking on the porch with somebody. We don't have no teeth in our mouth, and laughing and stuff like that.
Nicole, that's it for you. That's it for you. Okay. No, Nicole.
You see, I kept my hands down. I kept my hands down.
I'm like, but
Well,
yeah.
put your feet up, Cooper. Put your feet up.
Okay, we
You're
coming.
bad. Nicole, you're bad. You're bad. You're
Yeah, no,
bad.
don't put your feet up, Cooper. Keep them down. Okay, it's best.
Well,
Cooper,
I'll
I'm
see
trying
them
to
when we
save
come to
you. I'm trying to
Memphis.
save you. I'm
When
trying to
we
save
come to
you.
Memphis, I'll be looking.
She'll be looking. Okay,
Look,
she
that's good.
will.
Look, that's
But
good.
look, thank you guys so much, and I appreciate you guys so much. And I'm gonna
Thank
put
you,
them.
Marilyn, for
I'm gonna
thank you.
remove you guys. I'm removing you, and Cooper, I'm removing you and putting you in my green room. But hey, you know what, you guys? This has been a real good journey. We talked about divorce. We talked about we're not advocating divorce, but we're advocating joy and happiness and peace and all that. There is life on the other side. Remember that, okay? Divorce it's not a four-letter word. It's something that just happens, and like Nicole said, it's transformational. I can say it's transitional. It's something that can bring out the best version of you. Okay, and I always think of like this: that first person was the imposter. That I'm always going to be looking for the real person that God has for me. So until next time, this is Marilyn Green, the hostess with the mostest on Girl, What Don't You Know? Take care. Until next time. Bye bye.